Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have an amazing video. I'm gonna be doing sweat-proof, waterproof, long-lasting makeup, perfect for the summertime. I recently went to Miami and the heat there is on a whole nother level. So I really had to step up my makeup game in order to combat, the sweat, the heat, the sun, everything like that. And this is the makeup look that I was wearing, and it really did last all day long. So I had to show you guys. And I am gonna be using the products that I got in my Ipsy Glam Bag this month, and since I'm an Ipsy creator, I'm gonna show you everything that I got as well as how I use them. So get excited. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you're liking it already, and subscribe down below if you haven't yet. And let's go ahead and get started. I just want to cleanse my skin a little bit more because I actually had a shoot this morning, so I was wearing makeup already, so I just want to make sure to get everything off with my Derma E Vitamin C Micellar Cleansing Water. You guys know I love this stuff because it really does remove all bits of like makeup and like dirt and even long-lasting makeup from the pores, and you don't have to rinse it off. And I genuinely feel like every time I start to use this, my skin texture improves drastically, and it also just helps like brighten everything up. So I just take this on a cotton pad and go for it. Even though I already washed my face, I feel like just going over it with this micellar water gets every last bit of dirt and makeup and everything off. And I already washed it too. Like I already washed my face, and I'm still getting like that super long lasting makeup coming off, Next up, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna go in with a sheet mask. This is from Secret Key, and it's the Nature Recipe Tea Tree Sheet Mask. This one's nice because it's very soothing and nourishing, and I feel like whenever I put this on, if I have like skin irritation from being out in the sun too long, it really helps like relieve and just calm my skin down. Okay, so after 20 minutes, I like to take the mask off, and if there's any like residue of the serum, I just kind of go ahead and massage that into my skin. Whenever I want my makeup to last as long as possible, I pay extra attention to my skincare underneath the makeup because I just feel like my makeup applies so much better when my skin is hydrated, when there's like a smooth base going on. So I'm gonna go in with the H2O Plus Beauty Oasis Ultra Hydrating Cream. If you've been with me for a while, you know I love this stuff, and I've used it for years now because it's just such a great moisturizer to use underneath makeup because it's lightweight, it's oil-free, and my makeup always just lays so nicely over top of this moisturizer because it is so lightweight and just like sinks in really, really nicely. And I feel like it would be great for pretty much any skin type. Honestly, the smell smells like a beach. Like, not a beach actually, like a pool. Like, as if this background was a pool, like I'm diving into the pool right now with this smell. I don't know why, but it just really reminds me of being at the pool. Okie dokie. Now, before we go into makeup, like I said, I do really pay more attention to my skincare right before I'm gonna be applying makeup that I know I'm gonna be wearing all day. So I definitely like to go in with an eye cream because it just, honestly, I just feel like eye creams make my concealer and my under eye powder sit way better on my skin. So I never skip out. Plus it's like preventative measures, you know what I'm wearing. Kind of go up above here as well. And the one that I'm using is from Estee Lauder. It's the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Eye Supercharged Complex. It's really, really good. Again, I like it because it's very lightweight. I pretty much like all my skincare products to be very lightweight, especially when I know I'm gonna be wearing makeup on top of them because it just makes the makeup look way better that way. And then just real quickly, I'm gonna go in with my scar gel over these little acne scars that I have, just as like, again, kind of like preventative and protective measures here. This was a big one right here. But honestly, the scar gel, like, it makes my skin heal way faster than it would without. I'm acting crazy, guys, because look what I've got. Two. What is next, my friend? Before we move on to makeup, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply a glossy balm so that our lips are nice and moisturized and hydrated for when we go in with our lip product. So this is from BKR and it's called the Water Balm. I really like this one because it's a super like moisturizing and protective formula. I can feel my lips always feel so soft and supple whenever I've been using this guy. Okay, so now time for makeup. Let's go on with brows. So for the makeup, obviously I'm gonna be using all products that are long lasting, super duper long lasting, and and a lot of waterproof products so that this makeup look can be waterproof, sweat-proof, summer-proof basically, so that you can wear it, you know, to the beach or the pool, or just if you're gonna be out in the sun. So for brows, I'm gonna be using the Ka-Brow from Benefit. This is one of my favorite brow products ever because it's so long lasting. Like, that's one of the things that I love about it personally. And it is actually pretty waterproof too. Like, their whole line is like pretty much waterproof, so your brows are not gonna be going anywhere. I'm using the shade 3.5, which is actually one of the newer shades. They came out with like a couple more shades in between, and I've found that this one is really, really nice. So we're gonna go ahead and just brush those babies out first, and then bada boom, bada bing, go in and fill them in. And one reason that I really like this product is because not only does it last long, it lasts well throughout the day. Like, I feel like my brows never start to look cakey, which I have found with other pomades, but because it is more of like a cream gel brow color, it just stays put all day long. When I was in Miami, I wore this all day long until like probably like 11 p.m. or midnight, and my brows were still in place. Then, as always, I'm just gonna go in and clean this up with some concealer. I feel like this step also makes your brows like stay in place a lot longer because you're kind of making like a little bit of a barrier. Alrighty, now the real kicker to this, like how you're really gonna make your brows stay in place all day long, is this guy right here. This is like my secret weapon. So this is the Benefit 24-hour brow setter, and they are not playing when they say 24-hour. Like, this will hold your brows in place all day long, and it is waterproof again, so it's amazing, especially for the summertime. And I actually really like this wand because if you could see, it like has very, very small little bristles on it. So when you're brushing through your brows, it almost like combs them into place, and it just like locks everything in for the entire day. It's amazing. Boom. Okay. Donezo with the brows. All right, let's move on to the face. So for my primer, I'm gonna be using the Maybelline Master Prime, and this one actually has sunscreen in it, so I feel like that's perfect for summertime. I'm just gonna take that and press it into my pores, especially focusing on the areas where I get more oily. I like the consistency of this one because it definitely does have that like slight tackiness to it that really makes makeup hold onto it all day long. And as an added benefit, you got your sunscreen. You got your sunscreen on lock. I was gonna say on fleek. Is that still a thing? For foundation, I'm gonna be using the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. This stuff is waterproof and it's super duper long wearing, so it's a great choice for the summertime. This is definitely what I reach for whenever I know that I'm gonna be wearing my makeup all day long because I know it's not gonna come off. And it's actually full coverage. I'm so tan right now. Like, my body's so tan right now because I just got back from Miami. My face didn't get tan because I always wear sunscreen and stuff, but my body is so tan right now. Like, I don't think I've ever been this tan, but I'm living for it. I'm loving it. For my concealer, I'm using this guy right here, which is the Smashbox Cosmetics Studio Skin Concealer. This stuff is amazing as well because it is waterproof and it stays on all day long. Like, they actually call it the Studio Skin 24-hour waterproof concealer on the bottle because it really does stay on your face. You guys know I am like notorious for falling asleep with my makeup on, which I know is like so bad, but this concealer will stay on your face literally for 24 hours, and I'm not proud to say that I tested that out firsthand, unfortunately. And then I'm just gonna blend all of that out with my beauty blender really lightly here. But even though it is waterproof and it has like a pretty natural matte finish, I would say, I still feel like this concealer is hydrating, which is so important, especially if you are gonna be wearing it throughout the day, because you don't ever want your concealer to look dry or cakey or anything. And on top of that, it has like an oil-free formula, so even though you're wearing it throughout the day, you're not gonna get cakey by any means, or like too greasy. Like, if you apply concealer up here, sometimes I find that when I'm out all day, it can just get super greasy looking, but this guy, we don't have that problem. I'm actually also gonna take some of that concealer and place it on my eyelids. I can count on this concealer to really stay in place because it is waterproof and it doesn't budge even when there's, you know, some sweating going on. And then I'm gonna go in with some cream contour. And I'm using a foundation stick. This one's from Bobbi Brown and it's in the shade 7 Almond. I like to do this when I know that I need my makeup to last all day because it's gonna be all about layering at that point, because when you only use powders, that is like pretty much the first thing to come off of your face is the powders. So when you're using a liquid or cream product underneath and then setting with a powder, it's gonna last you so much longer. So this little hack or trick, whatever you wanna call it, is pretty much a lifesaver for me during the summer times, because this is a way that I know my makeup's gonna last all day. Also gonna add on some liquid highlighter. So this one is a drugstore one. This is from Maybelline, the Master Strobing Liquid Illuminating Highlighter in Gold. This is like a very OG product for me. I used this a lot last year and I kind of just like found it in my makeup stash and started using it again. But this is, again, kind of using the same technique of layering products that are pretty lightweight so they can be layered but can last all day long. Last step for our liquid layering process, I know this is like such a process here, but is gonna be liquid blush. So this is the NARS blush, or liquid blush, in the shade Orgasm. Powder blush is the #1 thing to wear off your face. So you really want to prep your powder blush with a liquid blush if you want it to stay all day. You can kind of blend it back into the hairline just to get everything nice and blended as far as like the cream contour, the highlighter, and the blush. Now it's time to set, and we're gonna be using this adorable little Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. How cute is this? This actually came in my glam bag and I was so excited because I always use this product, so it's gonna be great for traveling. So we're gonna use that to set the face. And I am gonna be baking really lightly with this powder. I feel like baking is such an amazing technique when you want your foundation, your concealer, and all of your makeup to last even longer throughout the day. Almost creates like a little armor here. And especially with this powder, I feel like I can set my makeup without adding any like weight or texture because it is so finely milled, and such a great powder to bake with. Because we're using such a matte foundation, I don't like to keep the powder on too long actually. My contact fell out. Should I still try to put it back in? Honestly, I don't think it's even worth it because I'm gonna mess up the makeup, so that's what makes it not worth it at this point. I'm gonna be like this the whole rest of the video. Amazing. Anyways, what I was saying before my contact fell out and ruined my life for the rest of the day is that you can really like base it off of your skin type. I have like kind of normal to oily skin. If you have skin that's more on the oily side, you can leave that baking powder on for a little longer. If you have skin that's more on the dry side, you know, you probably want to leave it on for a little less. So that part is really up to you on how long you leave on the powder to bake. And then I'm just gonna take some of my face powder on my Elizabeth Moth tapered blending brush and buff this into the crease and also up towards the brow bone. I'm not really gonna be adding shadows on today, but I like to use this brush and just any face powder you have on hand. I'm actually using the new one from Decay, the All Nighter, because it is waterproof, again. But I just wanted to take any face powder to make sure that everything is nice and smooth on the lid and that our concealer or primer that we put down is gonna lay flat throughout the day and not crease. I feel like it's an extra bonus too that I'm using this waterproof powder. And this brush is so nice for really packing on pigment. It has like a really nice tapered shape to it, so it just fits so well into this crease area to like really blend out and diffuse powders up here. Boom, we're set. We're ready to go. Next up, we are going to add on some lashes, some good old lashes. That's gonna really amp up this look. I feel like it's looking a little right now. But once we add lashes and then contour and highlight and everything, we're gonna be good to go, you guys. We're gonna be ready and set for the summer days. I can already feel my face. It feels like an armor. Like with this foundation, I'm telling you, it's so full coverage, so long lasting, so it really does feel like you're wearing an armor of makeup and nothing's gonna come between you and your makeup. We're gonna prep the lashes for our false lashes. I know I have like a ton of crap right here, but that's because I already like had a shoot today and was already wearing makeup. It's the whole thing, I know. Don't judge me, I know it's weird and gross. But anyways, I'm gonna apply some mascara now, and I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof right here. For my lashes, I'm going in with House of Lashes Iconics. You guys know those were my favorite. But honestly, the magic happens with this glue. It is so good and so long lasting. I remember I told my friend Jess about this glue, the House of Lashes eyelash glue, and I was like, dude, you honestly need to try it out. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. Try it out and you'll see what a difference it makes. And she texted me saying like it was crazy because her lashes stayed on all day, all night, through like dance practice, through school and everything. And she never has had that happen before. Like usually the inner corners will start to pop up, but honestly, ever since I've used this, which has been for years now, I have never had a problem with my lashes coming off. So it's the perfect glue if you really, really want your lashes to stay on all day, which I mean, who doesn't, honestly? And then somebody, I don't want my lashes to stay on all day. I want them to come off on the inner corner. No, said no one ever. So I'm gonna pop these babies on once they get a little tacky over here. Obviously you can, if you don't want lashes, you could just, you know, use some mascara and that's it. But personally, I feel like lashes just add a little something to the look. You definitely wanna go underneath. I can barely see you guys because I lost my contact. But you wanna go underneath, and I have to hold the mirror so close because I don't have my contact in. But you wanna go underneath and just tight line under here using a waterproof long wearing eyeliner pencil. This one's from Makeup Forever. It's the Aqua XL eye pencil in black. And I like to do that just to get rid of the space underneath your natural lashes. I am gonna just add a little bit of inner corner highlight because I really want the eyes to pop. So I'm gonna go in with this City Color Cosmetics City Chic eyeshadow in the shade Skinny Latte, and I'm just gonna pop that into the inner corner with a really tiny brush. And this is gonna be so beautiful because it's super duper pigmented and smooth and just overall easy to blend. And I like my inner corners to be bright so it can really shine, especially with such like a minimal makeup look. I feel like the inner corner highlight can just make or break your look. Ooh, yes, we love a good inner corner highlight. Moving on, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the face. So we're gonna go ahead and add on some highlighter, and I think I'm gonna use this KKW Beauty highlighter palette. And because we already have that Maybelline liquid highlighter down, this is going to stay on so nicely. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here and just apply that to the high points of the face, on the cheekbones, on the nose, on the brow bone, and a little bit on the forehead and chin. You want to take some bronzer and blend that out. I'm using this MAC Cosmetics bronzer. This is Gimme Sun. And next up, I'm gonna take this Pacifica Coconut Blush Duo. This has two different blush shades in it called Beaming and Tender Heart. But I think I'm gonna take this guy right here and just apply that right to the apples of my cheeks here. Kind of smile to get it right in the right spot and blend it back towards the hairline. But both of these shades are pretty soft, flattering, universal shades, and they blend out really nicely too. So I kind of, like I said, blend that back towards the hairline to kind of blend out the space between the blush and the bronzer. And because we already have all of that good old liquid and cream product underneath, this face makeup is going to, like I said, be an armor for you. So I just went ahead and added a little bit more of that mascara right to the bottom lashes, literally like a coat, not even almost. But now I'm gonna move on to lips. So I'm just gonna line with MAC Strip Down. Then for my lip product, I'm gonna be using this guy. This is from Smashbox Cosmetics, and it's the Always On Liquid Lipstick in the shade Stepping Out. If you have not tried this formula, it is amazing because, again, it's very long lasting. I mean, that's obviously the theme of the video, so I had to choose a long lasting lip color. Super long lasting, but also it never like feels dry on the lips. It's comfortable to wear all day. It's a really, really nice formula. It's so nice. I love this formula. This is just a nude, but they have tons of colors if you did want to do like a red or, you know, more of a bright shade for summertime, but I just went with the nude to show you guys the formula. I'm just gonna add a little bit more highlighter. Okay, and to set everything in place, I'm gonna be using the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. This one is like a new version that has pollution protection in it. But even if you have the old version, or the original version, that's just the all-nighter, that will do the trick, because this stuff really does hold your face in place all day long. And then while we wait for it to set in place, I'm just gonna go in with this hair product. This is the Naturelab Tokyo Perfect Shine Oil Mist. So it's actually a hair oil, but it comes in a little mist form. And this is something that I like to leave in my hair during the summer, just because with the heat, it can really damage your hair. I just like to spray this in even when my hair is already pulled up. I mean, I already did some this morning before I put it into the bun, and I spray it into the ends and then wrap it up and pin it up so that when I'm wearing my hair in a bun, because usually when I wear my hair like this, it's when my hair is dirty. So when I'm wearing it up, I'm kind of nourishing my hair, adding shine to my hair, just putting those like really nice and moisturizing oils in there while it's up to continue to like condition it, I guess you could say. And this is really fast absorbing too, so you don't have to worry about it like being too greasy or too crazy. It's really, really nice just to fight the frizz and tame any flyaways and add shine all at the same time. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if it was just the makeup look that you were looking for. No, I really hope this helps you out. If you were really looking for waterproof, sweat-proof, long-wearing makeup, let me know if it helps you out, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And also thank you to Ipsy and all of the brand partners for the products that I got in my glam bag this month, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.